By Unanimous Decision podcast number 3 here with John Docherty. How are we doing today?
Yeah, good. How's yourself?
Not too bad. Hard training session this morning?
Yeah, we went to do a run this morning at 7:30 in the gym. It's called the Triangle Run. Probably the hardest run at the mall. And then we're going to circuit after that there, and then we've done 12 rounds on the bags and pads out about 2 hours later. So I'm feeling it a bit just now, so I've got weights later on. So
what's the triangle run?
It's like a triangle you run around. Basically, there's a hill at the start, and you've got to run around. You've got to get under a certain time under it, and you've got to beat your time every time you do it. So it's like you've got to push yourself to the limit every time you do it. And especially when Tony's looking over you, he's always there. Do you know what I mean? So it's a different story when he's there.
Yeah. Last time I caught up with you was just before Newcastle. You're just making your pro debut. How was it sort of a few days before? Because obviously I think you had quite a few opponent changes.
Yeah, well, I obviously was fighting somebody from abroad. I forgot what country it was from, but I fought, and then I got to the weigh-in, and then they said you're fighting a 2-0 boy. So I basically thought 2-0. I thought, oh, he must be doing half decent enough. So I got on the scales and that there, and then I got a video of him and I seen him, and I thought, yeah, it'll be decent enough for 2-0. I said he'll come out wanting to fight instead of running away like another journeyman do and not want to fight. But yeah, it was obviously a good pro debut anyway, and obviously I was nervous before it because obviously I got that was on Matchroom, and I was on obviously live all the time, and everyone was looking, wanting a good performance from me anyway, especially from seeing me from my amateur pro league. Do you know what I mean? So
it was Facebook and stuff on.
Yeah. So it was like everyone was raving about me basically, and then I thought if I do a bad performance here, they're not going to see anything in me in the future. But lucky enough, I've done a good performance.
Yeah, I suppose as well, like, you never know how pro debut's going to go. I guess sometimes you're just a bit.
Definitely, it's like the amateur game. You can go in there, box unbelievable once, and then box absolutely terrible the next day, and you think, oh, whatever happened there? Do you know what I mean? You can do it in sparring. I can go and sparring, box unbelievable, and then next day I spar absolutely rubbish. Do you know what I mean? So it's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah. Luckily, it didn't turn out
like
that for you.
Definitely not. The way Tony's got me trained down here anyway, it's I'm getting hard training every day, and I know I'm learning every day, and I can see me progressing already. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the future.
I was going to say, you can't really pick many holes in a 6 second.
Definitely not. That's what the commentators were saying. Like, how can we film John over that there? And I was like, obviously, if every fight goes like that, I'll be happy. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I wasn't happy at the time because I thought I've done all that training for that many weeks, and that just happened there. But listen, you don't get paid for overtime, do you?
Yeah, no, for sure. I suppose as well, but just he managed to see him get hurt, and then
exactly. Well, it was good because basically I hot on basic and done a good performance, and obviously my Eddie Hearn likes knockouts, so I got a knockout, so I'm happy.
The left hand as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's happy.
Do you know if it's the world record for debut?
I don't know if it's they said it was, but I never googled it or anything like that. Yeah, but they've said it.
I've seen. They said I was watching a video of the just the quickest knockout. I think it's 1.5.
1.5. Yeah.
Nah, you just watch it. He literally, the guy just comes flying in. He just dodges it, goes bolt on, and good night, basically.
They said it was. Quickest pro debut, but I've never googled it or nothing like that, so I couldn't tell you.
Take it.
Listen, I'll take it on the head.
whatever you get though. Good stuff. Alright, so obviously you had that, and then Kansas is the one that we're looking at the moment. But,
yeah, it could be getting changed. Kansas obviously, well, supposedly walks in Kansas, but it could be getting changed. Listen, I'm ready. I'm ready for whenever. That's supposed to be next week. So if anything does come up any sooner or later, I'm ready to take it. Do you know what I mean? So it looks like it'll be getting changed, but obviously I can't say nothing yet till it gets announced. But I think it's definitely getting changed.
Yeah. So with that, you looking to get out any more times?
Yeah, twice. I'm getting out twice before the year. So I'm getting busy. So I'll have 3 fights before the end of the year, and looking into a very big year next year. Yeah. So
it's busy. Like some people sort of take their time to ease into the pro game, but you're not.
No, definitely not. There's no point really, is there? I've had a good amateur pedigree. Do you know what I mean? And people want to see me. And then if I keep knocking out like that there, I'll be getting rushed on very quickly. Do you know what I mean? So when I look at my weight division and the British title that's got fought on the weekend there, and I can beat them now. Do you know what I mean? I can go and face them now. Do you know what I mean? But Tony wants me to just pace me at a good steady pace. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see next year. Next year's a big year, and we've got some big plans.
So, We've touched on it before in the interview, but if you don't mind going over it again, just how did you get into the boxing originally?
Basically, my brother Frank, he's a bit older than me. He was in Inverness, and he went to the gym, and I went in one of the times, and then the trainer, when I first went in, obviously I sparred my brother back at home, and I knew about boxing, but then I went in the gym and sparred. I sparred a girl. The coach's girl, and I sparred good, and he liked me, and then basically from there onwards I started going, getting better. The coach was called Larry Renfrew, and I think my first 17 fights I won. Do you know what I mean? I stopped a good few of them. Do you know what I mean? Then I got beaten in the Scottish final when I was younger, and then I went on a winning streak again. So and I moved to quite a few gyms. I moved to obviously Inverness, and then I come back and went to Montrose gym with a man called Scott Graham. And then from there that shut down, and I went to the Byron in Aberdeen, and that's where I ended up, and that's where all the success come anyway with Kevin K and Tony K.
Yeah, there's obviously a few of you up there as well that are sort of now pro. Obviously Boris.
Yeah, Boris Craig. He used to be my gym. Good pal of mine. Boris used to punch each other's heads in. And yeah, it was good. I've never seen him in a while. Yeah. Because I'm never there, obviously in Scotland no more. Yeah. But I'll probably see him at the end of the year, so when I'm down back home after my fights.
Good stuff. When did it sort of become more competitive for yourself? The sort of, do you remember your first competition at all?
Just basically, I went to I went to a few tournaments, and I started beating boys over in Ireland and that there, and my dad and that went to me, you can make yourself something got this here, you know, son. And I said, I didn't really take him all the time, and I started beating more big names, and then I thought to myself, nah, I just have to push on here and see how far I can actually go with this amateur game. And then I did, and just set basically. I just kept setting targets, and I kept hitting my targets I was setting, and my target now is to be world champion. So we target hot amateurs are hot now. Done my targets, and then now it's to be world champion now. Yeah. So I know everyone says it, but I'm going to win one.
I'm going to say, people do often say at the start, what makes you think different from them?
I just know I'm different. I've got a different mindset. Like, people say it just like, look good in the camera, say I'm going to be world champion. Yeah, okay, you're going to be world champion, we'll prove it. Listen, I can sit and say on the camera I'm going to be world champion, but when it comes to it, I've got to do it myself, and I will do it. I'll show. You'll see in the next few years, I'll be world champion, and I know I'm good enough to be it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to the future.
Right, fair enough. Do you remember what your first sort of professional title or medal that you won?
It'll probably be the Novice Championships.
Yeah. How old were you then?
I was it was my first fight. I won my Novice Championships. I stopped the boy in the second round. That was oh my god, I think I was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 I was 10 and a half or 11, one of them. And it was my first fight, and I stopped the boy in Novice Championships, and I was Northern District Champion. So my side, the northern side, the north, I won that there, and then I thought I was the boy, basically. I've won the championships here, and then I fought again on a home show, and then I won another title. I kept winning all the titles to the Scottish. Went to the Scottish, and then beat the boys, the first boy. I beat him it was points scored, I was 16-2. I beat him easy, and then I fought in the final against a boy called Lewis Hay, a very slick boy. It was only 6-5 the score was, so it was only it wasn't a very high rated fight, a lot of punches flung, but I got beaten in it. That was when I was in Montrose, and then after that there I sat back down, and still stayed in Montrose, but had another fight, stopped the boy in Montrose, and then I moved to Byron basically, and then from there onwards I've been winning loads of titles.
You were telling me sort of just before this that that Lewis A fight, that was the first
the first defeat, man, and it was horrible.
Yeah, I was going to say,
because I won that many, and then I just thought I was never going to get beat. And I was actually glad I got beat, because I was actually getting to the point I wasn't going to train. I was just thinking I was unstoppable. But listen, I was glad that happened to me, and it sorted me out that day. I was in a bad mood that day.
Yeah.
But that was horrible.
What did you do after it? Do you remember?
I was just crying basically. I think I was 13 or something. I was only young. I was just I was devastated, to tell the truth.
That's back in the day.
Back in the day, it says behind us now, innit? Behind us.
Don't be like that if you get lost.
Nah, I'll start crying on telly.
When did you sort of compete in your sort of first European tournament?
Europeans, I was 14 with Will Hutchison.
Yeah.
He went out, I forgot the weights. I think I was 66 kilo or 63 kilo. And I had a draw. I think I fought the European champion from Russia straight away. he had a fight, sorry, and then I had to buy. Then I fought the Russian and got beat off the Russian. And that was like when I was like, I think I was like 15 for the first European Championships, and I was like,
Do you remember what year that was?
Nah, I couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
If I looked at my trophies, I could tell you then, but nah, I couldn't tell you on that one. Like, that was a long time ago.
Where'd you keep the trophies?
My dad's, and back home in Montrose. He's got a room and it's got all my trophies in there, like all my medals, everything. Basically everything.
Is it all empty or is it full?
Nah, it's full. It's full. So if I win titles and that there, I will have to get another room.
Back there.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
I saw something from your old primary school, I think it was, that they did a little.
They actually, when I had a funeral to go to, and then I went up there, and then they come in to see me before I left, and my old school teacher, she come in and she spoke to me and that there, and then obviously they put a tweet on me about it's good seeing me and that there, so it was good of them coming to see me, do you know what I mean? And then I was showing them all my medals, what I'd done in the amateurs, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was good seeing them.
I guess sort of hits home that sort of these kids look up to someone.
Definitely, that's what it was basically saying. I would like to go in the school, and when I spoke to the kids, do you know what I mean? But she obviously come to me and like showing us pictures of me and that. Then they said it's bringing the kids on, do you know what I mean? Like showing them like what you can achieve. John was in this school, do you know what I mean? So it was good for myself, do you know what I mean? To like do that, and then them telling me that there, do you know what I mean? It's making the kids
nice
come on board, yeah.
From old teachers and
yeah.
things,
So it was nice of them to come and see me anyway as well.
Good stuff. Your World Championships, did you ever compete in them? Or
yeah, I boxed in the World Championships. Had to qualify for the British because we had to go with GB. So I had to win the British Championships and then go, basically. So I won the British Championships. I beat the Welsh boy. I got a straight final. He beat the English boy the day before, and I beat the Welsh boy in the final, Dino Smith from Wales. And then obviously I went and I beat the 3-time European champion in the first fight from Ireland, Johnny Joyce. And then I got beat off America, but I was only young at the time. I was only, I think it was youth, the first year's youth, so like that was like 16 or 15, one of them. So I was only young, do you know what I mean? So, but it was a good experience.
I was going to say, what was it like, and whereabouts was it?
I've actually forgot the place it was at because I've been to that many places as a joke. But yeah, it was good. I can remember it. Like it was very, very good experience. John, like when all the boys got put in that there, like it's all different going about over there. John, like you go to home shows here and it's just completely different. John, like Scottish championships you go here, but when you go abroad, it's just like you think boys is big for your weight here. When you go over there, like when you fight Russia and that, they're just a whole different level. Whole different. You're thinking he's not that weight, and then you'll get weighed in, and the boy you don't think he's your weight, he's your weight. And it's like, wow. The listening spell was good. The amateur game was very good, and then obviously had a very good amateur career. But it's now the time of the pros, isn't it?
Yeah. When did you make the step from sort of the Scottish level to GB?
To go into GB, I think it was like just turned 18. I was 18, I just turned 18, I was really young. And I was obviously, I got at the podium. I think I was on there for like 6 months, and then I got put at the podium, maybe a bit later, but I think it was roughly about that, and then I got put at the podium full time. And then this big GB brought me on. Like,
just that podium, what is it for people that don't?
Like the podium potential, like that's the lower boys, so like that's every 2 week, that's part time, and then you get podium, which is full time, and obviously it's the better boys, and I got put up on there, and I think it was like 6 months or something like that there, but that brought me on so much. Doing like GB, if you could get into GB, and anyone's watching this, I would like put them to GB because you'd learn so much. They put you to that many tournaments, that many training camps, and you're sparring the best all the time. You get the best as coaches. Like GB's that brought me on a lot.
Yeah. Where was that about? Like where were we based for that?
Sheffield. It was in Sheffield that there. Obviously my wife's from Newcastle, so I was like just going back to Newcastle, but sometimes I was going right back to Scotland and then going all the way back up there on the Monday again, so I was leaving there on like the Friday sometimes on long training camps, and then coming all the way back to Scotland and going all the way back up there on the Monday again. So then I thought, what's the point, just go to Newcastle, it's only 120 mile, and then go back on Monday, so it was a lot better. So I kept going back to Newcastle all the time, so that's why basically, and obviously I'm from Newcastle, so that's basically why I'm like, my voice is like a bit from Aberdeen to Newcastle, like accent. So
Geordie twang, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Aberdeen Geordie sort of, isn't it?
Good mix. Aye. Did you always want to do the boxing as the sort of the career then, or did you ever think of anything else as a sort of potential?
Not really. Just boxing really. Obviously I was too young at the time to. I was 7 and 8, and like my brother obviously done boxing. I was always doing pads with him and obviously doing stuff with him, and just like. I knew I had photo work, like at the time, and I done boxing, and I wasn't even thinking about boxing doing a boxing for a full-time job. I wouldn't even think like that. And then I kept getting gooder and better and better, and then I went to myself, I can make myself something out of this, and then I did. Hopefully I can keep going like that, because I don't want to do no work. I would love just to keep doing this.
Yeah. I'm going to say, what potential careers have you ever thought about that? Or
Nah, I've never ever thought about that. It's just boxing 24/7. That's what I'm saying. If I lose in boxing, I've got nothing.
Yeah.
I've got, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, when I'm thinking I'm getting hard in the gym, I just think, if I don't do good in boxing, I've got nothing. Do you know what I mean? So I just make sure I'm doing my boxing well.
I'm going to say it's a dangerous, but like, it spurs you on.
Exactly,
guess, like.
exactly. It spurs me on. If I didn't have that, like, do you know what I mean? I don't know what would give me the edge in training. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hopefully that gives me it, and then I can do big things in boxing.
Fair enough. Did any of your family box apart from your brother at all, or was it?
My granddad's, my sister's, my granny's brother. He was British champion.
Yeah.
Was my granddad's brother? Was something? He was British
Some
champion,
relation.
so it's racing anyway. And he was British champion, so there is blood in there with us. So he won the British title at pro, and it was a lot harder back in them days. They was fighting every week in that. Do you know what I mean? In pro, do you know what I mean? So he got a British title, so hopefully.
Do you know what weight that was?
I couldn't tell you.
No.
I couldn't even tell you. I've never really seen him in real life. I've never seen him. I've just seen him. My dad went on about him, and then my granny's told me about him and that there, and then she showed me my dad got a picture of his belt and showed me a picture of his belt and that there. And I'd love to like win it outright, the British title, and do the exact same thing, pin it up on the wall.
I was going to say it's pretty cool to see sort of family involved in like
Exactly,
that.
and hopefully I can do the same thing and obviously win more. I know I'm not good enough to win British title.
Yeah.
I just know, but I just don't want to get overheated on myself and think I'm too good for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's got it's going to be hard at every weight to win a British title. Do you know what I mean? But I'd like to win it outright and hang it up like he done himself, and I can keep it for life then.
Did you hear any other stories about him sort of when he was?
Nah, not really. Like if I would have got to know him, I would have probably knew a lot more. Do you know what I mean? But nah, I don't. That's really, I just know, like, my dad's got all his records, my dad's putting all his records and all that there, but I can't remember his record. He had a very good record as well. He fought loads, but he was good, so it's in the blood.
Yeah.
So
that's where it comes from.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Fair enough. The first sort of big tournament, I guess, that sort of global tournament was the Youth Commonwealth Games.
Youth Commonwealth Games, yeah, for me, basically at the time. It was the Youth Commonwealth Games, it was
2015, wasn't it?
2015, yeah, so it was a long time ago, and that was a good, very, very good trip. Like, that was one of my bestest trips ever.
Yeah,
like,
that was Samoa, wasn't it?
Samoa, just like that, it was unbelievable. Like, even the atmosphere coming out and everything like that, and like everything about it, like even the Scotland people, like all the other sports just coming back, winning golds, and like you're just thinking, because they won gold before us, and they was coming to us, and I was going, oh, I want to win a gold so bad, and I won the bronze, and then my name got put on the bronze thing. I said, that's getting changed tomorrow, and then I won the silver, and then I won the gold. It was just like, it was a very, very good experience over there, and like if anyone's watching this, I would get on the Scotland squad or got on the GB squad, what he's going to do, and take you on the world, man. Take you on the world, do you know what I mean? So it's good, you're going on the world for free, and you're doing what you love, do you know what I mean? And that's what I liked in amateurs, but obviously it was tending to improve. But it does get boring after a while, because I was away from home a lot. Like, I was always away from home. I was on GB every week, do you know what I mean? I was never away at home. On the weekends I was getting to see my family, do you know what I mean? So I was away training very hard, and then when I was going to America on training camp for 2 and 3 weeks, Uzbekistan for 2 weeks, do you know what I mean? It's just like a different game. Russia, like I've seen everything. I've been all over, do you know what I mean? So
what sort of some of the crazy places you've been to?
Uzbekistan's like one of the worst places I've ever seen in my life.
What made it so bad?
Like, we got up there, right, and it was just like basically a farm. Was out on a farm. There was no thing there. It was sunshine, 33 degrees. For our dinner, the only water we was getting was a little cup of water. That's all we was getting to drink. Everyone was under the weight, and then there was no shops or nothing around. There was nowhere to walk to. Like, there was nothing, and it was there for 2 weeks. There was no Wi-Fi. We couldn't phone no one. There was no signal on our phones. I can't explain how bad this was. Ask anyone on the GB who went on that trip. They would say to you, Uzbekistan is the worst trip I've ever seen in my life. But Russia, I went to Russia a few times, and Russia was alright. Russia is obviously rough, but it was good. We had some good laughs in Russia. Very good.
Care to elaborate?
Listen, I had to sleep in Russia. What happens in Russia stays in Russia.
Any other places sort of that you've been?
I've been. I can keep naming them all day, but the main ones is probably the Commonwealth Games, the senior ones there, and the youth Commonwealth Games probably the bestest ones because there's that much attention on it. Do you know what I mean? And then
how did you find Samoa? Sort of not your average place for.
Nah, definitely not. And then obviously I got bit by something. I had the dengue after it. Oh my god! I was on the plane. If I would have got it before my final, I wouldn't have fought. I was that bad, and I got on the plane and I just felt it coming on. I was thinking, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And it was that bad. Like I feel like, it was horrible.
See, so for people who don't know, obviously you won the gold there. Dengue fever. It's like a mosquito bite.
Yeah, mosquito. It was a mosquito
but you get like a delayed reaction. So obviously
it never
you got bitten and you were fine.
I remember getting bitten. I got bitten like 3 days before the final, and I was so glad it never come on. And then everyone was laughing on the way back winning the gold medals, bronze, whatever they won. And then I was just sitting there I lost that much weight, and then I was in the hospital after that when I got back home. I went straight to the hospital. I was in the hospital for a week. So I couldn't celebrate.
So some of the symptoms of it, like you just get like fevers, headaches, muscles aching, everything.
Couldn't get up. Every time I got up, it was like going to be sick, like dizzy. Oh, it was horrible. And then I had the time off and basically in the hospital, and then I come back and I had to train for the European Championships in Poland. And then that was at the end of the year, so then I had all that training to do. So basically I never had no time off. I was in the hospital dying. I had to recover when I come out of the hospital, and then I got straight back to Scotland squad and to get picked for the Europeans. So I had to go to get selected and that. So I had to show my face to there, and my weight was that down, man. It was a good thing. It was
skeleton.
I was basically a skeleton. That's what it was. I come back brown, and I come out of the hospital white, like iron white. It was bad. It was the worst. I would wish.
I was reading that you were in isolation for
no one
5
could come in.
days and stuff.
No one could come in. My mum couldn't come in. My dad couldn't come in. I was in isolation room in case they caught it or something like that. I don't know what it was, but no one could come and see me.
It's a virus.
And there's no point in coming to see me because I couldn't speak. I was just standing there. I was just lying down.
Do you remember much of that time at all, or was it sort of just?
Nah, it was just it was some through the day it was alright, and then I was just getting worse and worse, and then it went away. And then when it started going away, and when I got home, it started to come back a little bit. It just didn't go away straight away. And then a few months later, I was still getting it. Still come back a little bit, and it finally went away.
Yeah.
So, but all I'd done basically for 2 weeks after that is sleep.
You can die from it, can't you?
Yeah, you can die if you catch it too bad. You can die for it. If you catch it twice, you can die. So hopefully, I never got no jags because I got phoned up late for the Commonwealth Games. So I never had no jags, nothing. So I went over there just normal basically, and then got bit by a mosquito, not thinking nothing of it. I just got bit there, boys, and then next thing that happened. If it would have happened when I boxed in the final, I wouldn't have fought. Telling you, I was.
We were just chatting about the youth Commonwealth Games. After that, I think it was a few tournaments before then, and then 2017.
2017 was
broke your foot. I think when you.
Oh yeah, for the European Champ was that 2017?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that was 2017. European Championships with the European Championships won that, and then airline crackers on my foot, and basically that whole year was ruined for me.
Yeah.
I'd never done nothing that whole year basically.
Yeah, I remember sort of reading that you thought it was a joke, the first goal. Saying
they rung me and I thought it was lying. I didn't think it was Rob McCracken. Rob rung me and said, John, we've got an incident, basically, we've put you at the Europeans. But I don't think there was actually something wrong with my foot, you know. I think there's lie because they didn't really fight Ben Whittaker over in the European Championships. Because obviously he was going to England and I was going to Scotland. I just didn't think they wanted me to do him and him box. They didn't want two of us over there. Was that good? Do you know what I mean? And if we would have boxed, I would have. Ben Whittaker would have left GB, and obviously they liked Ben Whittaker. But I'm glad I beat him in the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, got your chance.
I got my chance to beat him. He kept saying I fluked it in the Youth Commonwealth Games, and I just beat him again. I was just so happy.
Is it one especially with like the home nations? I guess that you get a lot of the same opponents.
All the time, all the time. And then basically, he was telling people he's going to smash me, just all this here. And then when I beat him, I was just like, oh, "Where's your smasher now?" Do you know what I mean? It was funny.
Is there a lot of politics you find in the sort of the amateurs?
There wasn't a lot, but I'd get newspapers ringing me up and twisting my story and what I've been saying. Do you know what I mean? You know yourself, to just twist your story. You do get a lot.
Hopefully I don't do that too much.
on Twitter and that, you get that much stick off. How many people So like over a load of rubbish, like what?
What sort of stuff was
Like,
it?
like if I say I've won such and such, but that, like, and then you get politics like going on there, googling the boy and then saying, "Oh, well, that boy wasn't even good. You beat," and it's like, what's the point of getting into that? Like, what is the point of getting? And I can't over explaining myself over Twitter about what the boy's doing and the boy's not done. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
And they try and find out things about you. Lucky I've never ever done nothing, so they couldn't find nothing about me.
I suppose, from my point of view, it's always one of these ones that, like if somebody does Google search you and you've done something bad, it's going to be straight up every single time. Like,
everything you do, I'm just so glad I've done nothing like fighting or anything like that, because it does come up so many times on the camera. Imagine how many times that would get, and especially when you're in the lights. Do you know what I mean? Like you're the main attraction. Do you know what I mean? And how many people's going to be sharing that on Facebook or doing something, bringing it all back up? Do you know what I mean? It'd just be horrible.
Especially in an era when fucking everyone's got a camera. And,
exactly, everyone's got cameras.
Yeah, it must be like sort of scary for yourself, I guess. Like just that you've got to always be on your toes and stuff.
Well, maybe we've got to watch what we're posting on social media. We've got to watch everything. We've got to watch what we're doing. We've got to watch what we're obviously posting. We can't swear on it. Some boxers do, but obviously I've got a good management team and they tell me what to do, and that basically before I put anything on, I think I clarify it with my team, and then it obviously doesn't get me in no trouble.
Yeah,
it's the best way.
Tough doing it like that though.
I'm not bothered with social media. I just put it on like I've won a fight, but like you got all the other people that's like mad on it. Like they just live their life on that social media. But I should basically go on social media more and promote myself more, but I just don't. I just know the benefit, like the things which going to come off it. Like I'll just get like people like
more risk than rewards.
Exactly, more risk than rewards. Do you know what I mean? So.
It's one thing I always sort of like, especially from my perspective. You're like, just even going out for like meals and stuff, like somebody shoving a camera in your face, and just watch anything.
Basically, I try not even go out drinking no more, because if anything is just come off it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you're in high risk in it. You go out drinking, you get a bit loud in it. You're in more high risk. I was trying to duck drinking now, going out at all.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
I suppose you can do it sort of with people you know in similar circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. What it's like.
When you're in a little small town like Montrose back at home, you can do it there because I know everyone around me. Do you know what I mean? But when you're down here, and like it's all different story, different ball game, isn't it?
It's tough, eh?
Yeah, it's just like you just got to think what you're doing now. Like before, I never think what I was doing. Now you've got to think before you're going to do something. What's going to you got to think what's about what's going to come of this.
Can potentially ruin your career.
Definitely,
not
anything can ruin your career, man. Fighting, anything. If somebody goes and hits you and you hit like self-defense, you're going to get in trouble over that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So and professional boxer will be stuck right at the top.
Exactly.
Of
exactly.
Like
do you know what I mean? It's like weapons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your fists are like weapons to them, innit?
You can see it with sort of boxers that are involved in those sort of cases.
You'd never think of hitting somebody outside. I mean, I'd never think of hitting somebody outside.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't see the point in it.
Yeah.
It tends to kill somebody, man. If you hit somebody outside and hit the head off the floor, it's a chance of killing somebody. You you get in jail, you're in jail for life.
Yeah.
No good. You've got to watch what you're doing, innit?
Yeah. Something I didn't actually ask earlier, obviously with your pro debut. I think you saw it afterwards as well with Jordan Latimer. He was obviously in hospital and stuff afterwards. I think I can't remember off the top of my head, but he done his eardrum. Yeah, he done his
concussion. He said
double vision.
Double vision. He's got his eardrum, and then he broke his
eye.
Something like that. Cheekbone, one of them. I know it was like that there, but I spoke to him on Facebook. Yeah. I didn't post something until he was alright. Like I knew he was alright, and then I posted some cut. But I chatted on my Facebook. He was alright. Like everyone was giving him a stick. Like, why would you ask your coach to chuck the towel in? But you didn't know how much pain he was in. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what happened to him. Like, they obviously don't know what happened to him. Do you know what I mean? So and then obviously people was asking me, why would you do that? And obviously I posted what he said after this has happened to me, and then they all stopped basically tweeting about it. You can't tweet about somebody it's just like you've not been in there yourself and done it, innit? Do you know these people with tweets and that? They've never been in there and done it themselves. Like the keyboard warriors, they're sitting behind a keyboard, man. To me, it's just stupid. Like, it's just like pathetic. Basically.
You see it in a lot of like videos for like boxers as well. Like, so and so could beat him, or you're rubbish, and like.
And you get so many. I've had it to me, and I just ignore them now. I can go on that social media, post on content, and next time I'll have somebody saying, "I can beat you. You're this, you're that." Just listen. I'm not
this is another one of these
That's
ones
why I just don't want to pay.
I
don't want to do nothing on social media, but you've got to raise your profile, haven't you? So you just got to watch what you do. As you know, you've just got to watch what you do.
I suppose another way of raising your profile is sort of with the social media shouting from the rooftops and doing that way, but
basically,
you don't fancy that.
Everyone's going that way now. It seems like to me I've got to do that way. I've got to go that way, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that way. Do you know what I mean? I spoke to our management team and that, and they said obviously you can do a bit more, but just watch what you're putting on. I don't give no more cheating on it anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's not my way of going about things. I just use it for my own benefit. Do you know what I mean? I don't use it to go and shout somebody out or. Do you know, I'm not nothing to do with shouting out. If you're in my path, I will shout out at them, or I will fight you. Do you know what I mean? So.
It's a weird one because obviously it can make huge fights. Like
definitely,
so, like
that's what
all the Deontay Wilder stuff. Like whatever's gone on there, I don't know the ins and outs, but the whole Anthony Joshua thing has massively increased his profile. I have no idea if negotiations and all that were.
Yeah, when it comes to the right time to do that, I'll do it. Listen, to get myself fights.
I'll keep an eye on your social media.
So just keep an eye on my social media. Twitter now. I've got no one to shout out. Do you know what I mean? Everyone, like, I have seen boys like 10-0, 11-0 shouting me out. Like, and I've only had one fight, man. Do you know what I mean? What you shouting me out for? What my one's benefit you? But listen, as some of the pros would say, like the main ones, I'm your golden ticket. Do you know what I mean? That's what they say, and that's what they must think. If I beat John, well, Eddie Hearn will get me. Do you know what I mean? Like, they all think that there. Right. John's my golden ticket if I beat him. Well, they can think that. They can keep chasing me. Do you know what I mean? So
it's sort of weird because that's another way of building yourself up as well. Like the talking.
Exactly, yeah, talking and all that. They're speaking of, like, obviously, the types of views. You know what I mean? Like interviews, everything builds your profile up, innit? And I obviously want my profile high as it possibly can go. Do you know what I mean? But there's a way of going about it. Do you know what I mean? There's some boxes that go mental, like mad on it. But there's no point for it. There's no need for it.
Yeah. I suppose like Howard Davis as well. Obviously,
exactly, that's the one I was going to mention. Howard Davis.
He's obviously used to be.
Used to, do you know what I mean? And he never got far off it. Do you know what I mean? All that shouting out and shouting about like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just since that Josh Taylor fight.
It's just ruined him, innit? He's finished. Josh Taylor looks good in the meeting, though, doesn't he?
Yeah. That was something I was going to bring up actually. Obviously that.
He's scary good.
Yeah. What did you make of his performance against
Unbelievable.
Mine? Yeah.
Literally, I never say nobody boxes well in a fight. Like I say, but they done this wrong, they done that. He never done one thing wrong. Everything was right. He punches really hard, and people will not notice that till in the ring with him. Do you know what I mean? Like now they will obviously but listen, he punches hard. I can just tell him this bad. I'm not doing anything with him, but I can just tell with the amateur games, around the come-off games, he was knocking everyone out, stopping people, and then look at him in the promo, and he's just a different animal, different game. He's so explosive. He's so fast. He's just got everything going from at the moment, and hopefully I can follow his footsteps.
Yeah.
Hopefully, anyway. He's a southpaw. He's actually, I watch him videos and like take little bits off him. Do you know what I mean? He's a southpaw. He's the exact same as me. Do you know what I mean?
One of the things that quite a lot of pro boxers that have sort of chatted to me about him say that he doesn't waste a punch. Like
no, he plants the right shot. That's what I've seen. That his body shot is something else. His head shot, he's just an all round good fighter. Like you can't pick nothing bad about him. Do you know what I mean? He's an all round good fighter. Listen. When he does get to the main fight of that thing, maybe you will pick something bad about him, but I just can't see nothing bad about him just now. I cannot say one bad thing about him. I just think he's just unstoppable. And I'd love to follow his footsteps, do you know what I mean? And he hopefully I'm the next big thing from Scotland coming through after him.
With him, obviously, he sort of stayed in the amateurs a bit longer than yourself. Did you ever think about staying amateur a bit longer before? Or
I was going to think, because basically I was number one to go to the Olympics. I beat Bill Whittaker. He moved to light heavyweight, and then he moved to light heavyweight because obviously he thought I was staying amateur. So basically there was no route for him to go to. So basically I was getting told from coaches, you'll go to the Olympics. Like the Olympic qualifiers, obviously you'll qualify for that there. And then I thought, what's the point? Tony Sims was a gym, really hard gym to get into and take on there. And Tony Sims took me down for training. He said, we'd like to take you on. And I thought Tony Sims is a very hard gym to get into, and he wants me to train with him. Do you know what I mean? So very, very thankful he's took me on, and even when you heard that lady, listen, I've got the best team around me. He's the best. He's got everything. He's got everything at the moment. He's got America. He's got over here. He's going to have everywhere basically. And I thought my chance is right. Time the Olympics come, I could be British champion. Do you know what I mean? So we'll just. I was going to stay, but I just thought nah.
Yeah,
I've got the right team around me. Do you know what I mean? So
obviously the thing that sort of probably caught their eye was the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, basically they didn't follow me like all the way through, so obviously they didn't see me what I won all the way through. Do you know what I mean? But I did beat some very good amateurs. Like even if I didn't win the tournament, I always beat somebody very good before I got beat. Like either I was beating the European champion, world medalist, I was obviously beating somebody good, and obviously somebody always beat me. It was good, do you know what I mean? So I had a very good amateur pedigree, but if you looked all the way through it, you'd see. Do you know what I mean? I've beat some. I beat a pro just now. It's called Louis Touton from France. I think he's like 15 fights, like 13 KOs or something. I beat him. He's a European champion, for like 3-time European champion. I boxed him in Scotland. That was a bit of a dodgy decision. Like shouldn't have won that.
No.
And then I boxed him, and everyone said, "He's going to you want to take your head off. You're not going to beat him. He's European champion. You're not going to. You beat him in Scotland for him." So I said, "Right, okay, no problem." Went to the European Championships in Poland. That one I was telling you, I got a silver and beat him my first fight. I couldn't believe I drawed him the first fight of the whole of Europe. I drawed him, and I said, like Scotland coach had no belief in me. They was going, if you get past him, John, you've got like a good route to go to the final. I was like, yeah, we'll see if I get past him. And I beat him, man. I beat him on a split decision in a neutral ground. You know what I mean? And I did beat him, like fair and square. I beat him, and then I was just happy after that.
If you hadn't qualified for that, because that obviously affected your qualification for Commonwealth Games, if you hadn't beaten him, could have been a very, very different story.
Could have been, yes, a very different story. That's what was on my head.
Yeah.
If I beat him, and like it's basically, and after I won the youth Commonwealth Games, and after that, then before that, so then I thought, I'll be all right now. I've just won a European silver medal, and I've won the youth Commonwealth Games. That'll give me all good stead for the thingies. And obviously I won the Scottish, and they had no choice to take me, didn't they? And then I won the British. Do you know what I mean? So they had basically no choice. So after the British, was like the Commonwealth in it, and then I won. I went to the Commonwealth Games.
How does it feel to sort of you can get the qualification for the Commonwealth Games?
No, it was good. Like I knew, obviously knew 100% I was always good enough to go to Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games. Do you know what I mean? I know I was always good enough. Even Olympics, I know I was good enough to qualify for that. But it was just, it was all about the dodgy decisions and that. I imagine I just waited for that there. Went over there, won my fight for the qualification, but got robbed. Do you know what I mean? You had to think a load of things. Like me and my dad sat down, we had a big long think about everything, but we just had the right team and then we turned over. But yeah, it's basically took us to now.
So we're just looking up there, there's a little break, but Evan Armstrong, grandfather?
My granny's cousin it was, my granny's full cousin it was, so yeah, won a British title and a Commonwealth title I've just seen there. So,
just when you see it sort of back in the day, like 60s, 70s, obviously a different game there.
Different game in it, 15 rounds and that, so yeah, it was good to know he's on my family anyway.
And sort of travelling, just looking there, Ghana,
all
Australia, Mexico, like
seen it myself, yeah, it went all over, to box all over in it. You'd do anything to box all over in it.
Do you wish you'd ever chat to him about some of that stuff?
Yeah, it would have been good to see him. Would have good to talk to him about it. It would have been good to know of me, to know about the boxing and that there, do you know what I mean? But listen, I never got to see him. I would have liked to. I'd like to go and see his belt and that there, but I might be able to see it sometime. But
because obviously he won it 3 times, so
won it 3 times, so he's basically got it.
Yeah.
He's got it at his house. So hopefully we do get to see him sometime. See the belts, I mean. So.
You get your own one, I guess, someday.
So I can bring that together.
Is that the big one for you, sort of the British one? I get like for some, not being probably I'm being disrespectful here, but the Commonwealth, something like I think back in the day it used to be a bigger one, but I think more people see like the British as the more prestigious.
Everyone says the British title is a better title. It's a better looking title in it, and it's more hard. You've got to keep it in it, so you've got to win it. You've got to defend it 3 times. It's a hard title to win, but yeah, I would. That'd be a route I would definitely go, like to win out to keep the belt. The British title. It's a very, very good belt.
Obviously, super middleweight up at your weight. With that on the Josh Taylor undercard was Darryl Williams, Zach Parker. What was your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, it was a good fight. Darren Williams definitely won that fight for me. Like there was no ifs and buts about it. Another boy obviously done something to his shoulder or something like that. Maybe when he jabbing or something. So you come to it at the end about that Zach Parker, but looking at them now, to me, to what I think, I'm not being big-headed. I can beat them right now. Never mind in next year or the year after. I can beat them right now. So listen, we'll all see when it all happens. And I do have my chance to fight for a British title or a Commonwealth title. I'll show you how good. You'll see how good I am.
Yeah, I guess the rounds is the only thing that's sort of the unknown for you. If you
that's
12
right,
rounds is a bit different.
I've only done 1 round, so 12 rounds is a different story, different ball game in it. So I've been sparring like 10 rounds in the gym, 8 rounds. Like I never do that as amateur, and I can do it quite comfortable. Do you know what I mean? 10 rounds, 8 rounds, and that's only like 30-second breather, 25-second breather. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes we're doing 4-minute rounds. Do you know what I mean? It's a different ball game. Like Tony's got his training very hard down here, so when it does come, the big time does come, and then big runs do come out. We've got the stamina to keep up to the big runs.
Yeah, I guess it's someone else just like that I've interviewed before, but Lee McGregor is obviously pretty similar. Until recently, he was 3-4 rounds, and then he had the Commonwealth title shot against Thomas Asomba, and then that was the first time he went to 12 and knocked him out.
Yeah, 12, me and Lee was very good pals, very close in GB and that there. We still speak now, and that was unbelievable. He's Commonwealth title man. He's Commonwealth champion.
After
4 or 5 fights.
I
mean, it's a very, very good achievement, and I wish him all the best. And I hope he wins the world title. Yeah. He's been through so much. Do you know what I mean? A lot he's been through. So
especially that last couple of years.
Last couple of years. I mean, I was with him, like basically on GB with him. Do you know what I mean? He was going down to GB in that man while all was happening. Do you know what I mean? It was just horrible. Went to the European Championships while it was happening. It showed heart and that there, but listen, it all paid off in the end. He got a good signing. He's with the McGregor and that there. Do you know what I mean? And look how much they bring him on.
Yeah.
He's Commonwealth champion, man. After 4 or 5 fights, whatever it says. So very good achievement, and I wish him all the best.
It's a weird one because I think probably the bantamweight, it's a strength like that, especially with Scottish fighters. I think obviously got the British being contested. He's gone between 2 Scots. You've got Lee McGregor. Exactly. It's a bit more easy opportunities, but your weight,
it's all over.
You got like guys like Darryl Williams who are like 18 fights, and they're just getting that chance.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I'm not wanting to wait. No, I don't even want to have 10 fights for a British title. I'll fight for a British title whenever I possibly can, as soon as possible. I want to fight for a British title. Some people wait. I've seen people want to fight 20 fights, and then a British title. I'm like, forget that. I'll fight a British title. That's myself, but obviously Tony's got me paced out here. He got my route, and so did my management team. Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to see what happens in the future anyway. So
obviously, again going back a bit, when you're at the Commonwealth Games, with a sort of a rare opportunity as well when you're on the global stage to just compete for Scotland rather than GB.
Yeah.
You enjoy that?
It was good. It was different, obviously, because I've obviously boxed in Scotland and that there, but I boxed in GB like maybe that last 2 years fully with them and training with them all the time. So it was different going with different clubs, and I had loads of Scotland pals on there, and we had a very good laugh. But making weight, oh my god, they got just ruined the whole trip. Making that weight, it was that horrible. The heat. And I had to keep my weight down when I fought, and then even the training camp before it, 2 weeks before it, was sunshine weather, basically a holiday, and then I had to not eat no ice cream or nothing like that. It was horrible. It was horrible, I'm telling you. And after
were a lot of people like that? Or was it
it was it was like basically fun. They all had to make weight, but not like me. I was like struggling with 75 kilo. I was struggling to hold that weight. Like it was hard for me, especially holding it from that long out from the tournament. And then after the tournament, like after I was fighting, I was skipping weight off. It wasn't nice.
What the sort of things you have to do to like?
Well, it was just basically a lot of things. It was just training. I was training, getting the saunas after a fight. I mean, it's just I'll never do it again. Like I'll never put my body through that again. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna say obviously like health wise, it's pretty serious.
A bit serious. Do you know what I mean? I never knew at the time. Do you know what I mean? It was stupid. Well, I never went through it all the time. Obviously, I knew of it, but now I'll never do that again. Like once, so I was doing bad things. One of the saunas not there to make that weight. It was horrible, and I had all that heat. When I was coming out the sauna, I had all the, I think it was like 30 degrees and that, 35 degrees and that. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't. I was brown, and then when I was fighting, I was white. Something that was pure white. Like you should just, I was dying to be a fight. You could see me, like my energy was going that there. I wasn't right, and when I got beat, I was like sick at the same time, but I was so happy because I could just eat food. And then we had a buffet, like we could eat, it was 24 hours, so we could eat continuously. So I put on a few pounds and all that. So
big yourself out.
Yeah, so it was good.
Obviously, quarterfinals, Ben Whittaker, obviously faced him tons of times, the old English.
Yeah, the old English Scotland.
I even had a look at the scorecards for that. They were all over the place for that one.
It was a 4-1 split decision.
4-1.
I think all the
you see the voting for them. Like, everyone's got different rounds for different people.
The first two, I watched the fight. The first 2 I won in my eyes, and so same with everyone else. And then the last round, him who connected, I could still win the last round. Do you know what I mean? But the first 2, you could see, like, if you watch the video back, you would see yourself. Like, I won it. Like, I thought I won it quite comfortable, but the first 2 anyway. But the last round was close as well, so I could have got the last round. Yeah. Depends like what way he was looking at the fight. Do you know what I mean? But listen, when I fight somebody like Ben's a good boy, but when I fight somebody like that, there, it's going to be a close fight. 2 tall boys, boxers. Do you know what I mean? And I beat him at his own game. So and it was Scotland versus England, so I had to. And he was giving it all the big one, but then I sorted him out when I beat him, so I was happy. Do you know what I mean? And then I got beat. So listen, everything happens for a reason, innit?
Yeah, I can say that. Obviously, don't know if it's pressure off at all, but you're guaranteed a medal at that point.
Yeah, pressure was off, and it was just to beat him. To tell you the truth, like when I heard I was fighting him for a medal, I was so happy. I was thinking, if I beat you, you've got no medal, and I've beat you. You've totally won. You're going to beat me, and then I beat him. I was just like over the moon. Do you know what I mean? Scotland beat England. It was just like, and then I had a day rest. Do you know what I mean? After that, so I had a day to get my weight down. That I control it properly, and then I fought the following day and got beat obviously off Cameron.
Yeah. So. How did you find that fight?
So I just had nothing left. First round, first 30 seconds was perfect, and I just died. Just like getting hit when I never ever usually get hit. I'm usually a slight counter puncher, and I just had my hands tight to my head and just walking down, getting punched basically all over the ring. Yeah. Like you could see,
deserved.
You would see yourself, like you'd see how weak I was. If you looked at that video, you'd see how bad I looked. It was just like that was not me in that ring. Like I would have liked to box them a bit earlier, but listen, everything happens for a reason, innit? So
I always find it like a strange concept as well. You're boxing so many times in such a short amount of.
You've got to weigh every day. Like every day you fight, you got to weigh in. So it's just like it's a nightmare.
Constant.
It's just a constant. You've got to keep on your weight. And you've got 24-hour buffet right next to you. It's just like it was that hard. I'm telling you, I can't. Weight me.
What was it like picking up the medal? When you got
it was alright. Listen, it was when I knew I won the medal, but I knew my own self. If I would have had like an extra kilo to put on, I would. But in a different story, I would have maybe won a gold. Like the Indian who won it would have been an easier fight for me, because he never put pressure on or anything like that. There, do you know what I mean? But it was just the weight. See, if I would have had to put weight on, I would have been a lot easier. Like it would have been a different story. I may have won on gold. But listen, it was everything happens for a reason, as I've said. So. Yeah.
Is it one of those things that you look back on and you can see the difference between like the pro game and the amateurs? Obviously, like strength and conditioning and stuff as well.
I've been doing a lot of strength and conditioning, and since I've started, even as the coaches asking myself, they will tell you I've punched on 10 times harder. It's just you're sitting down your shots more. You've got more longer to go. I know I'm only doing a 4 round and now it's doing an extra round, but you've got that much more to think about it. What you're doing, you don't have to rush your work. I mean, it's a lot more easier, and I'm punching a lot more harder since I've turned pro. I've been doing a lot of S&C, so it's been bringing me on a lot. Do you know what I mean? With Dan from S&C, he's from London, so he's been bringing me on a lot. Do you know what I mean? So with the strength weight anyway, and then I've got the boxing Tony, and that Tony's been bringing me on tons. I've been sparring John Ryder, Ted Cheeseman, Felix Cash. I've been sparring all the top boys. Do you know what I mean? So it's bringing me on. So I can't complain. I can't say nothing to it. Do you know what I mean? So
when was it they sort of contacted you?
Basically at the beginning of the year. It was it was at the beginning of the year. I'll come down here for training. They said come down here for training, see what I'm like. Tony liked me, and then he said go to come off against a medal, and then we'll get you a good sign on. And I medalled, and then basically he come over to watch me, and then he watched me, and then I signed it when I come back.
Is that a big incentive for you to do that, but sort of know that your future's probably in a good
good so
direction?
I had the medal, do you know what I mean? So and then when I medalled, I was so happy, do you know what I mean? I was just like, all the pressure's off me now, innit? But then I got beat, so I would have liked to get a gold because I would have got a bigger, more money in it. So, but things happen for a reason.
Can't have it all.
Can't have it all, innit? Can't have it all.
Obviously, you have uprooted your life and moving down here, staying with your granny and granddad. Makes things a bit easier for you.
Oh, 10 times better. Instead traveling, I travelled all over the world and I was amateur, so it was I was so happy I can just come here now. I'm only 25 miles, 30 miles from the gym, and it's much easier, a lot easier. Do you know what I mean? It's just you don't have to. I was driving 300 miles, 400 miles from GB to Montrose. It was just Sheffield to Montrose. I was driving all over. Do you know what I mean? It just felt so much pressure's over me now, and I've got a good team around me. I know I'm getting treated well, and do you know what I mean? And I know I'm coming on. that much. Like, I never showed him my last fight because I never lasted that long. But listen, when it does come and when I'm able to show it, I can't wait to show you.
Yeah. You're obviously super middleweight, but you're obviously only 21 as well. We were sort of chatting as well with people's weight and things, obviously, and like the size. You can obviously grow a bit.
Super middleweight, obviously, and I'm putting muscle on that edge. I mean, I'm big for the weight already. Super middleweight. I've seen people come in the fighting. I'm cruiserweight. Sparring. I mean, no ways. Listen, I come in super middleweight, but I could be light heavyweight, but not just now. Like, I can get another few more years, maybe another 2 years after the year at super middleweight, and I'll be a monster at the weight. Do you know what I mean? That's what you got to think of. You got to think of your future. You just can't fit just jumping up straight away. Do you know what I mean? And just now, I'm not struggling to make 76 kilo. Like, I done 77. I was supposed to win at 77.5 kilo last fight. I weighed in at 76.8. Do you know what I mean? I don't kill myself to make the weight. Do you know what I mean? So when I start killing myself too bad, then I won't move up. Yeah. But till then, I can make super middleweight quite comfortable just now.
Yeah. For those British titles, I'm assuming you probably need to step up before then. Is there anyone you have eyed up? Or
nah, not really. I don't care who's about the time. Whoever's there, I've got to take a step up if I'll fight them. Yeah. Whoever my management team wants me to fight, I'll fight anyone. I'm in the game to fight. Do you know what I mean? Some of these boys just duck and dive and don't want to fight this one. I'll fight anyone.
Yeah. It's actually your weight as well, and I think you've mentioned his name before, but Zach Jelly.
Zach Jelly, yeah. I've boxed him twice in amateurs, me. Yeah, I beat him twice in amateurs. He's alright, he's quite good.
Obviously, he and Umar Sadiq sort of went a bit against the grain, going. I'm beaten.
Tell you the truth, I'm not back big head. I know it's like maybe if you look back on this camera, I'm not big head, but they're not on my level. Him too.
No.
What I seen of the last fight anyway, I fought him in amateurs. It was a good fight in amateurs, actually. But what I seen him in our last fight, it was not on my level. But listen, I just got to keep that to myself and just keep working in the gym.
Fair enough. You talking about the British title, you want to fight for it as soon as when do your management want to do it? Because I guess that's
there's not really obviously mentioned it to me, but listen, that's my next step basically. I'll box it next year. I hope to go back and box it maybe the end of next year. Yeah. It depends how quick I'm going. Like, if I keep knocking people out, they've got no option, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. Yeah. If I can keep knocking them out, and I'm going to go in there and keep looking for the knockout. Yeah. And then they've got no option to basically just take me, obviously, innit?
I think some other people. I think Dave Brophy and Luke Blackledge have been put in a eliminator for the British title.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I think it's been arranged, but obviously there's sort of Williams and Parker and then those two. It's probably going to be there or thereabouts. With somebody in the four of them involved.
I'll be one of them. Will maybe send. I think David Brophy won the car title, didn't he? He won the car title.
He went down.
He's good enough to win the car title. That'd be funny, I think, but I've never seen much of him. But what I've heard of him is not much. So I'll be one of them four. Won it. I'll be one of them four. So hopefully I can get there as soon as possible. But I have to end my shot first. I just can't keep shouting people out and not doing much. So I've got to end my shot first, innit?
Yeah. It's exciting, sort of talking about this, and like there's so many like options open for you.
Definitely. Like, when I'm thinking about these fights, it just gives you like an extra buzz of training. It gives you a tickle. Do you know what I mean? Like thinking, I can be boxing for a British title. I can win a British title. Do you know what I mean? It's something else. Never mind when I do get a world title shot. What's that going to be like? Do you know what I mean? So you just got to keep yourself calm and just keep training hard and not get nothing involved. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially because see the sort of likes of say like Rocky Fielding and stuff. He obviously beat David Brophy and then pretty shortly after is getting his shot of the interim belt. I think it was interim belt for one of the world titles. And now facing Canelo,
facing Canelo, that's just something else. Like to even getting over there to fight him, it's something else. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna end very happily. Like I think Canelo will stop him late. Yeah. But listen, I hope him all the best, Rocky. I hope he goes over there and knocks him clean back out. But listen, you never know what happens in this pro game. Yeah. Anything can happen.
Do you have any like dream venues that say, I'd love to box here?
Not really, just basically I'd love to box in Scotland, main event in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? World title shot or a world title or a British title, just main event in Scotland would be very good for me. But Madison Square Garden's the main place.
Yeah,
isn't
I'm
it?
going to say that's probably most people's choice.
Definitely. So.
Whereabouts in Scotland do you support any football teams or anything?
Nah, nothing like that there. No, nothing. I never in football. Every time I played football, I was either fighting or doing something in football. Do you know what I mean? I'm always about the boxing and fighting. Do you know what I mean? So.
If people are looking to sponsor you or anything like that,
Just get me on my Facebook. Is John Docherty. My Instagram is JohnDoc234. That's my main ones. On my Twitter, you'll see John Docherty. So yeah, if you want to sponsor me, I'm obviously live on Sky Sports and the biggest broadcasting show. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to get
you've been given the spiel.
if you still want to get your stuff on my shorts or my t-shirts, there's space for it.
Good stuff. So, listen, thank you very much for your time, and look forward to seeing that before the end of the year.
Thanks for coming down anyway. Cheers, thank you.